Today I'm putting every single Division I college football program into one epic single elimination do or die tournament. Yes, every single, that means 134 teams. That is just so many. Will we see a predictable outcome with Georgia or Bama or the Ohio State University walking away champs? Or will we see a miraculous Cinderella run from the likes of San Jose State or Ball State or Kennesaw State or, man, there's a lot of state teams in college football, and I'm realizing a bunch of them, well, they suck. So anyways, that's my analysis. I know ball.
You do not.
I'm going to very quickly outline how I set this tournament up, as well begin running through some of the early results. It's going to be kind of a lot, but I'm confident you can handle it.
That's what she said.
Okay, step one of building our tournament. I went through all 134 schools and seeded them based on their overall rating on College Football 25. At a 95 overall, Georgia was the 1 seed in the tournament, moving all the way down to 68 overall, UL Monroe as the 134 seed. Now, unfortunately, CFB 25 isn't all that varied in ratings. For example, Louisville, Texas Tech, UNC, Kentucky, and a handful more teams are all rated 85 overall. I seeded those groups of teams, all of them with duplicate overall ratings, at random. Okay, I didn't give it much thought because they're all very similar. If you want to yell at me about the minutia of the rankings, I mean, go ahead, I suppose. I put the lowest 12 rated schools into a preliminary round to determine the bottom 6 seeds, and the results were as follows. Unfortunately, the aforementioned Ball and Kennesaw State, among a few other teams, see their run end early.
Ah, that's a shame.
Okay, and with that, we were down to 128 teams, and I went ahead and built out this bracket. Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, and Alabama are the top 4 seeds, and yes, that is a very boring graph. It's just an Excel spreadsheet. Dude, 128 teams is so many, but trust the process, we will get better graphics eventually. Additionally, for those less keen on math, 128 teams means I had to simulate 64 first round matchups. Oh, and I did. Oh boy, did I ever. Here are 38 of the results from our first round. These were all the games that had favorites winning and or were straight up blowouts. The aforementioned top 4 seeds all advanced. Florida dropped a 70 piece against Colorado State. Oklahoma shut out Louisiana Tech. Please feel free to rewind the video a couple seconds, pause it, and scan through all the results looking for your favorite team if you so choose. But we got to keep this train moving. Here's 16 more results from the first round sim. These games were all pretty nice upsets or games that were a little too close for comfort. For example, Sam Houston somehow took down Seth Hennigan and Memphis. What? Florida International beat Kentucky, Utah State over Auburn. Once again, feel free to pause and scan the results even deeper. But again, for my math heads, there's still 10 games, 10 outcomes I've yet to show. And that's because we had some banger first round matchups. For example, Pitt was down 19 points in the second half alone, but rallied back, took possession with just over a minute left. 4 straight confident completions from junior Nate Yarnell had the Panthers in a great spot. He was hit as he threw with about 40 seconds remaining, but connected with Raphael Williams for the clutch TD. A screen pass convert for 2 had Pitt up by a field goal, and on the first play of Illinois' ensuing position, sophomore Ryland Gandy pick 6, game over, comeback complete for Pitt. A minor upset was brewing as 72 seed Northwestern took over late in the game in the shadows of their goalposts. However, junior QB Jack Lausch tossed a back-breaking INT and Texas State advances. We had a clutch finish in what I learned was called the battle for the milk can? Can someone in the comments please explain that a little bit further for me? Boise State, Fresno State, for the 3rd straight time, we saw a game-sealing INT. Once again, this one a pick 6. That's an upset for the 73 seed Bulldogs. Moving along with just over a minute left, 69 nice seed Michigan State would take possession down 6 to Georgia Tech, but the Yellow Jackets D was sturdy, pushing the Spartans to a game-deciding 4th down, and what else is new? A game-ending interception thrown by Aiden Childs. Finally, we got to a top dog, a heavyweight with their back against the wall. USC down 5 to Nevada with time running out. A wonderfully timed screenplay by the Trojans gave them a fresh set of downs, and on the following play, a shoestring grab at the back of the end zone by Deuce Robinson, and that was curtains on this one, folks. Now, 22 seed USC right there. They survived what would have been a brutal upset, but don't worry, there were a few teams who weren't so lucky. 30 30 seed Arkansas had a sizable advantage on paper, but they were pushed to overtime by Wyoming. The Razorbacks, they'd score on their first possession, and the Cowboys were pushed to fourth down, where looking like a young Josh Allen, Evan Svoboda threw a missile to the corner of the end zone to tie the game back up. Possession flipped back to Wyoming, where in one play they found pay dirt, and with balls of steel, they'd attempt and convert on the 2-point to take an 8-point lead. Needing a score, Taylor Green would drop all the way back and find his man for an easy 6, but the pressure was on, needing the 2-point to tie, and Wyoming's defense said no. Upset complete in a clutch overtime stand. Another massive upset from the same region, the top right of our bracket. 26 seed Louisville with an 85 overall rating fell down 26-0 to 103 seeded Tulsa, and they were never able to recover. Freshman pivot Kirk Francis with 261-2 in a Golden Hurricane win. We were primed to lose another top seed, Kansas, the 20 seed to be exact. They were down to a triple-digit school late, but a massive bomb from Jalen Daniels to Quentin Skinner streaking down the right sideline. This game needed OT, where South Alabama converted from the goal line on an outside toss to Braylon McReynolds, who scampered in for 6, needing a touchdown to tie it up. The Jayhawks were pushed to the brink. Fourth down, Jalen Daniels to the end zone, broken up. Truly unbelievable scenes as freshman Gio Lopez and the Jaguars pull off the upset. It got even more deadly, man. 114 seed Ohio was in contention to upset 15 seed Miami. Down 5 with 40 seconds left. Inside the red zone, a hopeful pass to the end zone was broken up. After another incompletion, we were left with fourth down, where senior Parker Navarro dropped an absolute dime to the back of the end zone. Touchdown Bobcats. Miami eliminated. What? But hold on. That game was crazy. Those results were something. They were upsets, but none of them could compare. Dude, the Florida State Seminoles, yeah, are 8 seed in the tourney and 90-something overall. They were somehow outlasted by the Akron Zips, the 121 seed, 74 overall senior back Jordan Simmons with a pair of touchdown runs. I have no explanation for this one. I'm really sorry, FSU fans, man. I would have loved to see you advance. Trust me, just shoot college football 25. I'm just the messenger. And with that, we're off to the round of 64. Unfortunately, still way too many teams still on the boring XL bracket, but just hold on. We've got some tough matchups incoming, including Oklahoma, Wake Forest. That should be good. Iowa, Tulane, another one. SMU, Missouri, 285 overall squads doing battle. Plus like 30 other matchups. Dude, there's so many teams in this video. I had to get to simulating once again.
Oh, very quickly. I am from the future. I know how this video ends. Let me just say no spoilers. You're going to want to see to the end. It is pretty epic. Also wanted to just say shout out to Underdog Fantasy, my sponsor, for continuing to support my channels. If you're interested in any sport out there, literally any of them, you can find action to get involved with on Underdog. Use my code JCAN. Link and more info is down below. And if you use code JCAN, my dog Winnie will give you a big ol' smooch right on the lips.
And in the round of 64, we were left with 17 games that were once again predictable and or blowouts. You got your Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Oregon's advancing, of course. Penn State and Texas A&M had emphatic victories. We had 9 games that were upsets or games I thought were far too close for comfort. Arizona only beat Oregon State by a touchdown despite being heavy favorites. Same goes for Notre Dame squeezing by Western Michigan. Sam Houston continues their Cinderella run. Go Bearcats, I guess. Baylor beat Virginia Tech. Wyoming beat Texas Tech, and Louisiana beat USC. Man, I didn't see that one coming, or a few of those results. I did, however, see some clutch finishes coming, and we got them. That aforementioned Oklahoma-Wake matchup didn't disappoint. The Demon Deeks were driving with under a minute left, a chance to win the game. A ballsy decision to run on fourth down appeared to pay dividends, but poor clock management. Wake wasn't able to get back to the line after a completion in the red zone, and it was over. Similarly, 23 seed Wisconsin was in some hot water late against 42 seed Iowa State. A potentially game-winning drive started out promising, but once again, that drive and the game was ended by an interception. That's just, I'm losing track. That is so many this video already. 91 seed Rice had 27 seed UNC on the ropes. Down 3 with under a minute left, QB Max Johnson completed a bomb to midfield to give the Tar Heels a chance. Unfortunately, after burning their remaining timeouts, EA Sports took over, man, preventing UNC from getting to the line quick enough. A brutal way to go out. But honestly, what are you gonna do? Like, the rules are the same for everyone. EA Sports sucks. sucks for everyone. It is what it is. 16 seed NC State found themselves in hot water as well. Under a minute left, down 3 to West Virginia. And again, oh my gosh, again, the game-ending interceptions in this video, they're just going crazy, man. We moved to a result I'm literally scared to reveal, as I know how passionate Michigan fans are about their football team. It wasn't Go Blue today. Not at all. 12 seed Michigan mustered just 13 points against 76 seed Arizona State. Freshman Sam Levitt, a clean 240-2 for the Sun Devils in a win. And finally, we had another rivalry matchup, this time the Egg Bowl with 10 seed Ole Miss trailing 74 seed Mississippi State late in the fourth. The Rebels had possession down 6, and senior QB Jackson threw a dart to begin a potentially game-winning drive. On the next play, however, you have got to be kidding me, dude. I'm beginning to think interceptions during Super Sim might be a problem in this game.
It's what it is.
But after all that simulation, all those many games that I waded through and watched the finish to, we do have our round of 32. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It is so beautiful. If I do say so myself, we're officially on to our final bracket. And we're going to start the round of 32 in the top left region. 1 seed Georgia taking on Sam Houston. Let's go Bearcats. A bunch of other very interesting matchups. Let's get to it. Okay, like I think we can all agree Georgia 95, Sam. Like this should be a blowout win for, well, I guess we'll find out. And yes, okay, we found out very quickly. It was indeed a blowout for Georgia. That was, that was implied in my prediction. Carson Beck, just a masterclass. Are you serious, man? Sam Houston somehow took down Memphis and Florida. I mean, just clearing the path for an easy Georgia W in the round of 32. There you go. Okay, this is going to be the best matchup, or at least should be in this round. 82 overall West Virginia versus 82 overall Baylor. They are 1 seed apart in our rankings. I mean, this should go right down to the wire. Okay, well, then again, maybe not. It's still early. We're only through a quarter, but on the road, West Virginia is up 21-0. I don't know what Baylor is doing. They didn't show up, and they make a comeback here. This is crazy. This should be a close game. Well, that is shocking. That is almost as bad a blowout as Georgia Sam Houston. I did not see this one coming. Garrett Green 213-3. I mean, he led the way. His numbers weren't even that great, but it simply is what it is, man. We've got to move on. Well, not Baylor, they're out. Anyways, Oklahoma, Texas State is up next. Okay, what? Back-to-back games. What is happening? Oklahoma, they are the 25 seed. This would be a legit upset should Texas State pull it off. Oh my word, they just forced a fumble. What? As I'm watching live. Normally, I'd be offended, appalled at 3 straight blowouts in a region, but the last 2, I have just not seen coming. This one's a legit upset. Okay. All right. No chance that upset trend continues here, right? Clemson, the 9 seed in our entire tournament. I mean, Tulane is no slouch, but like, come on, EA. Come on. There we go. I was worried that sanity might not prevail in this one. Tulane kept it close, but Clemson, come on. We knew they weren't about to lose. Oh my goodness. 334-4 from Cade Klubnik. That might be the best performance I've seen yet. And just like that, we've got some nice color on our bracket with a 49 and 57 seed advancing. By color, I mean, chaos. Whatever. Will that follow up in the bottom left region where we've got Bama, Syracuse, Penn State, Texas? Wow, so many interesting programs in this entire video. I felt we were primed for another massive upset on the left side of our bracket, especially when I saw 4 seed Alabama barely sneak past Syracuse, who are no slouch, but only 19 points scored, Bama? To Penn State, we traveled. They'd been dominant thus far in the tourney, and they didn't relent against South Carolina. 4 TDs in a perfect performance from junior Drew Aller, and the Gamecocks were done. I thought we were creeping towards an upset with Texas involved, but Quinn Ewers completed a 59-yard TD pass to Matthew Golden late in the 4th, and 5 seed Texas advances past SMU. Finally, though, we had some drama. 76 seed Arizona State had 21 seed Oklahoma State on the ropes, but Ollie Gordon, the star running back, gashed the Sun Devils for a huge first down, and the Cowboys finished that drive with a TD, which was the final nail in the coffin. Definitely not an adventurous region like the top left, but I mean, Alabama, Texas, we're on a crash course for. Penn State's been so good. We'll be off now to the Sweet 16 on the left side of our bracket, but first to the right we go. Where in the top right region, we've got the Ohio State. We've got Purdue as an underdog. We've got Notre Dame, Iowa State. Okay. So far, FSU is our highest seeded team that we've lost in the tournament. Ohio State is the 2 seed for the entire bracket. They could be Kansas State. They're good. Like, they could legitimately win this thing. Man alive. I don't want to say I told you so or anything, Ohio State. It's too early, but here we are, first play of the 4th quarter, and Kansas State is only down a touchdown. They ended up tying tying the game on that drive. Ohio State scored again, but look at Kansas State about to answer again. Yes, he does get in. Ohio State answered that touchdown so quickly with one of their own, but DJ Giddens can't be stopped. Kansas State about to tie it up with under a minute left. This is unbelievable. I have spoken this upset into existence. We are into OT. Kansas State takes rock first, and they do go down and score at an extra point. Ohio State, they've got a match 3rd and inches, 4th and 2. Y'all just need to convert this right here. 4th down. Okay, that is a conversion. Kansas State has like not enough people in the box here. This is going to be, yeah, like that could not have been easier. Okay, this would be a really bad time to miss a kick. I'll tell you what. Nah, he converts it. Okay, second OT possession very quickly. Will Howard to a Mecca for the 13-yard touchdown. Now pressure's going to be back on Kansas State, but Ohio State didn't convert on their 2-point convert, so it's only a 6-point game. Yeah, I mean, pressure is on Kansas State. They got to find the end zone, but if they do, this might be game right there. What a marathon of a game. Ohio State, the 2 seed, might fall right here. If they get a stop, though, this game's going to a 3rd OT. The pass is broken up. Okay, flash forward. It's now tied at 50. Both teams have converted an instant 2-point convert, but Kansas State just missed one. They got sacked. Avery Johnson got sacked, dropping back, meaning Ohio State can end this game once and for all. They're going to no RPO. He's going to get in. Okay. Howard finally converts for Ohio State. That took way too long for a 2 seed to, yeah, they were stressing unnecessarily. It does count as a W though. I'm literally not confident we'll talk the finish to that game the rest of this video, but we'll start trying to find another epic one. No overtime shenanigans needed for Arizona, although that game was far too close for comfort. They take the W over Purdue. We unearth another rivalry game just in the flow of this tournament. Notre Dame, Boston College, the Frank Leahy Memorial. This time around, it's going the way of Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, a convincing 11-point win. What in the world? Jadarian Price, only 51 yards, but 3 TDs? That seems almost impossible to do. What an incredible feat. Final game of our top right region, Iowa State the 42 seed, Mississippi State the 74 seed. I mean, either way, we're kind of winning with this matchup. Man, just lifeless offense from Mississippi State as the Cyclones advance. Okay, and that's not too bad. Ohio State, Notre Dame, big favorites advance, but Iowa State, could they continue making some noise? We will find out in due time as we move to our final region, the bottom right, Oregon. Yup, are they about to be upset? LSU, let's get another single-digit upset. That would be chaotic. Unfortunately, yeah, it wasn't going to be Oregon, as Wyoming's run of playing spoiler this video was finally over. Oregon simply dominant. What a performance. 3 total TDs by senior Dylan Gabriel. 59-0. What a game. Things would get way too close for comfort for Colorado, as Rutgers was within 6 with the ball just under a minute remaining. Unfortunately, with just one timeout in their back pocket, the Scarlet Knights got screwed by EA's Super Sim, eventually putting their backs up against the wall. One final shot remaining. A last-second heave to the end zone was broken up. Buffaloes do advance. There was no such scare for the 6-seed LSU, unfortunately, as they dismantled Rice on both sides of the ball en route to a blowout win. But to finish off our round of 32, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't a masterpiece. It also wasn't a single-digit seed, but the Louisiana Raging Cajuns continue their Cinderella run, a 9-point survival mode victory, taking down A&M. What? We lose an 11 seed from our bottom right region. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm sorry, Texas A&M fans, but we love the chaos here. And with that, we are officially into our Sweet 16. This tournament is heading towards, I mean, it's going to be a good finish no matter what happens. As we move back to our top left region, if we don't see Georgia and Clemson winning, I mean, that's going to be chaotic. Let's go. In fact, we're going to simulate the entire left side of our bracket, Sweet 16, right here, right now. Does West Virginia take down top seed Georgia? Okay, nobody panic. Nobody lose their minds. No, it's a West Virginia lead right now. I don't know what else to say. Just calm down. We're still all being calm, but West Virginia is up 20-17 in the 4th quarter, people. Oh my word. They missed a field goal. Georgia missed a field goal. This is so bad. This is really happening. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know what I don't know. Georgia's about to take an L. They've produced 17 points against West Virginia despite being the heavy favorites. And once again, let me reemphasize, this is not like my opinion in any way whatsoever. Georgia is the 1 seed in our tournament. They are the highest rated team on this game. Yet look what's happening. I really can't believe it. Like, that is what? This team right here, this beast of a team, many 90 plus overalls, 85 plus. What? They just lost to this team. 190 overall, 385 plus overalls. I mean, that is chaos, baby. That's why we make the video. Clearly, all bets are off at this point. Anyone can win. Anyone can lose. This game was once again far too close for comfort, but Clemson does survive. Because there were essentially no upsets in the bottom left region of our bracket, these two matchups we're about to see are so even on paper. 4-seed Alabama, they look good, obviously. But so does 13-seed Penn State, who have been so good this video. I kind of can't believe we're about to lose one of these teams, but that's just the way she goes. And these two heavyweight programs, not disappointing. Penn State has ball, under 2 minutes left. They're also down by a score. That's a good start to the drive. I believe, yes, Penn State just used their first time out. They still have 2 remaining. That's going to be important. They don't get out of bounds. There's been a handful of games that have ended because a team just can't get up to the line to spike the ball. It sucks, but hey, it's part of these videos. We just have to factor in the EA factor. Drew Aller with the completion. Oh, that's big time. Bama, are they bending and not breaking, or are they about to break? They get the rush there. Oh, he goes out of bounds. Now it's really over, man. Mo Bamba playing in my headphones. Hopefully you all can't hear that. I don't need the copyright. Anyways, 4th down. More important things ongoing. Aller to the end zone. Pass is broken up. That was a great defensive play, man. Milroe kneels out, and Alabama does survive by a touchdown. Wow, that was a clutch 4th quarter performance by them, too. 21-0. Another chance at a big upset here. Oklahoma State, Texas. Not much separates these teams. Except points. Yeah, okay. It was a blowout. Texas. All right, then. And there we go. Only 4 teams remain on the left side of our bracket. West Virginia, very much the polar bear in Arlington, Texas. But who knows? Maybe they keep that run going. We're off to the right side. Sweet 16 matchups. We've already lost the 1 seed in our tournament. Ohio State is the 2 seed. Can they come through, or will they choke? Okay, well, that was a very quick and very unexciting, not exciting answer. No, Ohio State did not choke. Also not choking, Notre Dame. They handled business. Georgia, are you taking notes for the next time I make a video like this? I don't know what I'm saying. Riley Leonard, 324 and 4. What, an 84% completions? Okay, I didn't even notice on our bracket we had this match. Colorado, Oregon. Oh my gosh, is there more? Or could you find a matchup with more aura in all of college football? I don't think so. Okay, aura is one thing. It's obviously here in spades, but only 20 points combined between these teams. We are into the second half. I need more offense. Oregon, I'm looking at you. You guys are the 3 seed. Don't tell me. Oh, you just got gashed. Oh boy. Finally, Oregon has gotten going. Jay Harris for the score. They are now up in the 4th. Oh, but Colorado with the answer. Shadur to Jimmy Horn Jr. We've got a game. Unfortunately, Oregon would answer Colorado's answer. They'd exchange a couple punts, and here we are, Colorado they're in a dire spot. They are down by 3. They need to go probably 60, 70 yards here. 1 minute remaining, 0 timeouts. I mean, it is not looking good for Sanders and the boys, but there's a big completion. Who else but Travis Hunter on that reception? But again, EA, they are so cooked, man. They took forever to get up to the line. Oregon on the other side, by the way, this would be kind of a choke. I know Colorado's good, but the 3-seed Oregon, your defense has to be able to hold in a spot. Oh my gosh, Sanders going way deep. Nope. Oh no, Travis Hunter dropped it. He had it though. Nah, we might gotta see a replay after the he was hit in stride, I swear. Obviously a great defensive play by the Oregon defensive back. Oh my gosh, they are really going. All you need is a field. But why are you doing that? I didn't mind taking the first shot, especially because it almost worked. But you just need a field goal to extend this game. Now it's 4th and 10. Shadur Sanders dropping back confidently over the middle of the field. He's got a man who is streaking to the end zone. No way. Jimmy Horn Jr., 2 clutch TDs in the 4th quarter. Jimmy on the spot. Yes, sir. Last chance here for Oregon on their home field, the 3 seed. I mean, it's not the worst loss of the video. That would be Georgia, of course. But still, all they needed was 1 defensive stop. Wait a minute. Thankfully, this is college football, not the NFL. So Oregon does get 1 more chance. Oh, that's kind of a big completion, but they needed to go way farther, obviously. Oregon comes up short. Colorado in the clutch. I can't believe that finish, man. Shadur Sanders, 301 yards, 4 TDs. I mean, that's just a sparkling performance. We know Travis Hunter is the stud of this offense, but Jimmy Horn Jr., the senior, with 138 and 4, he caught all 4 touchdown passes. That's amazing. Coming off that insane finish, do the Louisiana Raging Cajuns continue their improbable run this video? Wow. This game was way too close for comfort for LSU. I mean, a W's a W, but the Raging Cajuns, what a run. Like, give it up for them, all all right? They made it close. And there we go. Elite 8 is on deck. Man, this video's taken me forever. I'm just happy we're at this point. I see West Virginia as our only true underdog Cinderella story. Colorado a 19 seed, but I mean, we know they're loaded. But again, I'll emphasize, I didn't know if I would even survive to this point in the video, especially with some of the upsets we've seen. Will we see any en route to the Final Four? Let's do it. Our most obvious shot at an upset would come right away with Clemson taking on the 49 seed West Virginia Mountaineers, a team that unfortunately, evidently West Virginia, I'm speaking of, used all their magic to upset the 1 seed Georgia Bulldogs. Fair enough, but yeah, this game was really never in jeopardy there. Wow, okay, just rubbing it in now, Clemson. 337-3 from Klubnik as Clemson advances to the Final Four. That's not too shabby. On to Alabama, Texas, though. 2 legendary programs, the 4 and 5 seed respectively in our tournament. No way these 2 teams wouldn't produce a banger. Man, I guess I don't know ball. Are you kidding? What? A blowout. Alabama just dropped a 50. Texas, for shame. I mean, you lose to Alabama, like, it's not the end of the world, but to not even put up a fight in the Elite 8? Come on. Milroe with 5 TDs, 330. Okay, fine. I mean, he was great. What do you want from him? Surely we wouldn't be disappointed as we move to the right side of our bracket, right? 2 seed Ohio State, 7 seed Notre Dame. No, a 71-yard touchdown. Will Howard to Emeka Egbuka. No. Brother, it was a 1-possession game. At the time of that touchdown, I thought Notre Dame would get the stop. We jump in, watch their final possession, but nah, Will Howard and the Buckeyes thought otherwise. That's so clutch. I really wish I would have been watching that 70-yard touchdown, but like, what can you do, man? Ohio State, what a win. Our final Elite 8 matchup. Could Colorado become the only double-digit seed to advance through to the Final Four? No. Filled with regret, I have to answer my own question with a big fat no. Colorado, I mean, they get blown out. I can't even front, like, this was a close game. LSU handled business. And in reverse order of everything we just saw, LSU advances out of the bottom right region. Goodbye, Colorado. It was a good run, just like for Notre Dame, who eventually lost to Ohio State in the top right. Over on the left, of course, Bama, Roll Tide, they advance. And we narrowly had a Cinderella story for the ages, but West Virginia did fall in the top left to Clemson. And after a very long, very arduous journey, 134 teams has been whittled down to just 4. Both matchups gonna be bangers. Without further ado, let's go. In real life, these 2 programs have met 19 times total. Bama has won 14 of them. Most recently, though, Trevor Lawrence and co beat them in the 2019 national championship game. Will we get something similar to that final for Clemson, or will it look more like the other 18 games? Bama has dominated this matchup. Turns out Clemson was in control for most of this game, a multi-touchdown lead when Milroe found Prentice. Alabama cut into it, but the Tigers had a 4th quarter answer. Jay Haynes from 17 yards out found Paydirt. It was restored, that big lead. Bama on 4th down with under 8 minutes remaining. I thought they might go for it. They're settling for 3, which, I don't know, probably smart, but could have been a little more ballsy there, Bama. Especially on an afternoon in which your defense has been suspect. Clemson is in the red zone, 3rd down. Even a stop here from the Crimson Tide, like, it doesn't really matter because this field goal right here is about to be the nail in the coffin. Clemson already up 2 scores, 2 minutes left. Why not tack on another 3? Oh, he just missed. He just hit the upright and missed. Well, wouldn't this be crazy? Of course, that missed field goal didn't come back to haunt Clemson, who holds on for a 2-score win. Yeah, I mean, Bama, their defense wasn't great, but their offense was lifeless. It wasn't Cade Klubnik's best performance. 295-2 is still pretty good, and he severely outplayed Jalen Milroe. I mean, it's a team game, but 3 INTs, Jalen, not great. With Clemson advancing, we were off to the Cotton Bowl for LSU, Ohio State. These teams have only met 3 times ever in real life. Most recently, Matt Flynn and the Tigers winning the Natty in 2008. Most recently, in heavy air quotes, these 2 teams never play. How fun is this? And yes, I'll admit it, I should have played the other semifinal at the Orange Bowl. Maybe I screwed over Bama, but no, I didn't. I gave them home field advantage and they still lost. See, I was accidentally trying to screw over Clemson. Like, you can't, don't be mad at me, all right? I'm forgetful, but it doesn't matter. Here in the Cotton Bowl, a spot in the national championship on the line. Again, Will Howard to Emeka Egbuka, a monster touchdown. Ohio State was cooking early. Fear not, Tiger fans. LSU was able to get the bat off their shoulder. A big touchdown run from Garrett Nussmeier. We had a tie game second half. From that moment on, though, Ohio State would add 2 more touchdowns to their ledger. LSU a touchdown and a field goal. That's how they're down 4. Under 2 minutes left, though. They've got all 3 timeouts. Ooh, he was hit as he threw. I apologize for that noise. I don't know what came over me there. I was just worried that might have been a fumble or something worse. Instead, Nussmeier went out of picked off. Okay, it's been a while, but it's the return of the clutch interception. No way. In this moment, before the drive could even get going, a potentially epic moment on LSU's fingertips. Garrett Nussmeier picked off by Sonny Styles. Wait, but everyone hold on. LSU was able to limit Ohio State to a field goal. They burned all 3 timeouts. That was excellent defense. A couple chunk plays later, they are in Ohio State territory, but time is clicking off the clock. No, EA, no. Why were they not hustling to the line? Wall time. Oh, I honestly hate showing this. I really do, because it's so painful. But I can't fake it. I can't act like that kind of stuff is not happening. Basically, the clock runs 6 or 7 seconds when they should be hustling to the line. Before they hustle to the line, Nussmeier completes a pass for the first down, but well short of a touchdown. Ah, man, I hate that final drive was butchered by EA's Super Sim logic, but we do unfortunately have to deal with EA Sports and the way they set up this game. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Ohio State barely advances. Clemson, it was a little more emphatic. That is a great final matchup, a 2 versus 9 seed. Obviously, by virtue of me seeding teams based on their overall ratings, Ohio State, the 2 seed, has a better roster. Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson, the best running back duo in the nation. Emeka Egbuka has been amazing this video. Clemson not too far behind in terms of overall rating, but I think top end talent, I mean, they get schooled for sure. At the end of the day, though, it doesn't matter. It's one game, do or die. These 2 teams have met 5 times in history. Clemson 4 wins, but the most recent goes to Ohio State. And now they meet up in the national championship of our video, a 134 team tournament. It all culminates right here, right now. Ohio State, Clemson, get your bets in now. After a scoreless opening stanza, Clemson broke the ice with a field goal, then a short Cade Klubnik TD toss to Tyler Brown. At halftime, still nothing. Zilch from the Buckeyes. Clemson had tacked on another field goal and were holding a 13-point lead. That score would hold into the 4th quarter, where Clemson would get stuffed at the goal line trying to convert on 4th down. A questionable decision, as the very next play from scrimmage, the aforementioned Judkins got loose on a 49-yard scamper. 2 plays later, who else but Emeka Egbuka making another big play, a 36-yard touchdown reception from Will Howard. We had ourselves a ball game, thank goodness. Or so I thought. After trading a couple punts in the 4th quarter, Clemson's now lifeless offense was able to band together and produce a field goal. And now Will Howard and the Buckeyes are pushed to 4th down, 4th and 4. I think this game is over. Under a minute left. Wow, this is, they complete a first down, but it's just been too ugly for both teams. No offense in this national championship. The ratings on TV would be in the, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Ohio State might be saving those ratings. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's a big time touchdown. Sophomore Carnell Tate beating the coverage. This time, no game-ending INT. Will Howard, man, making a big play when it counts. They need a miracle still. Here we go, EA Sports and all their janky AI simulation down the stretch. Do we see an onside kick recovery? That's pretty... No, we don't. No fumbles, no chaos. A close game, but in the end, there's only one team left standing in our 134 team tournament. Ohio State gave Clemson a run for their money, but in the end, producing 14 points in this big a game, that's not good enough. A monster tournament that took forever. We had upsets, we had blowouts, we had everything. But in the end, from 134 teams down to just one, the 9 seed Clemson Tigers, a perfect run to a championship win. That video was an absolute beast to I'm tired. I need to go sleep. I hope you all enjoyed my first College Football 25 video. Subscribe, drop a thumbs up, all that good stuff, and check out another one from my channel.